Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Jess, and today I'm going to be talking about propagating this Kalanchoe lavender scallop. This guy is in a 6-inch pot currently, and I've had it for over a year. I bought it already needing a repot. I haven't repotted it, and it's just kind of a madhouse. And it's like dropping branches. It's got aerial roots. I rarely water it because it's not in a decent pot, so it doesn't it's extremely root bound, so it doesn't even absorb any of the water. It's just like a solid rock down here, but I got it really discounted, and so my goal was just to kind of propagate it anyway, and I've just neglected it. So today is the day that we're chopping this plant up and starting fresh for him. This is a really beautiful plant. It has like the most gorgeous coloring, and so it deserves a little bit of love and TLC. So there are a few different ways to propagate this plant. It is related to the Mother of Thousands plant, and so if you're familiar with that one, it makes little babies on the edge of the stem. And I gave this plant a good look over, and I actually don't see any on this plant, and I think that's because it's not very healthy right now, and I think it probably needs to be a little bit healthier in order to be able to make those babies. But I've definitely had them make the babies on the edge of the leaf before. They tend to typically make them kind of where the scallops are. The difference between the Mother of Thousands versus this one is that this one stays a lot like smaller leafed, and the Mother of Thousands gets really large, whereas this one might only get like 5 babies on each leaf, and the Mother of Thousands gets like 100. The other difference is their coloring. This one has a really beautiful like pink purple hue to them. But what I'm going to be doing today is I just have a cardboard box that I got at a nursery, and I'm just going to be taking some scissors, and we're just going to kind of start chopping them into a million little pieces. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to have about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch of stem at the bottom without any leaves, so that roots can grow out of it. So I'm going to just kind of take chunks of the stem. I'd love to be able to use this to make arrangements and different things like that, because it is a gorgeous plant, and it's beautiful to add height to any like arrangement that you are doing. All right, so I'm kind of thinking this is where I will leave this plant as it is right here. It has a few leaves, and so that will help with it regenerating some new growth. I'll try to probably just soak it and see if I can't get the root ball to loosen up. Otherwise, you could just like throw this part away, because I'm going to have this many babies to deal with. But we'll try to save it, because why not? Might as well. So I'm going to take each little cutting that I have like this. Let's see if I can. And I'm just going to kind of remove the bottom leaf, so there's, this like finger width piece of stem at the bottom, and we're just going to set that in the box. Like this one's fine because it has a good little chunk. Now for this, I have a million of these cuttings, and cuttings work really great, so I'm not going to save leaves. They're just not worth it for me right now, but I'm pretty sure you can propagate from leaf, so if that's something you're into, go for it. But for me, this is not worth it. I have a million as it is, so. But anyway, I have these big chunks of stems. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with this. Maybe I'll put all of these just in a pot together. Because, I mean, they're half decent, but I would not ever use them for anything. Like, they're pretty ugly, but they have a lot of potential to grow a lot more. So maybe I'll just I'll stick them in a pot together with some fresh soil and kind of give just them a second chance. So yeah, there's this scraggly little masterpiece. And then we have the mother plant, which Again, isn't beautiful, but she'll do. Get rid of some of these dead leaves from her. And I mean, theoretically, it should grow a lot of babies off of that. Now, for this guy, each of these are a beautiful little cutting. And as you can see, I kind of took about an inch or half an inch and saved the stem, took the leaves off. Where the leaves were, that's where roots are probably going to grow out most likely. So you do want to have some of that space. You don't have to rip off the arrow roots. I'm not going to on some of these. It will probably actually help them grow. So we're just going to leave them. But I'm going to leave this in just kind of on this tray and let them callus over before I plant them up. Okay, this is what is left. We have all these leaves, which again, you can set aside. I actually might have some examples of these growing from leaf. Hold on. So I actually do have some examples of the little babies growing from leaf. These are looking real thirsty because they've been fairly neglected, but these are grown from a leaf that I put in a tray a long time ago. I apparently did not finish recording this video, but I'm going to be leaving the cuttings in that tray for a few weeks, and then I will be potting them up and watering them, and I will give you guys an overall update on my propagation trays in a little bit. So stay tuned and like this video if you enjoyed its content. Thank you.